In today's video, I'm going to show you how to edit like MagnatesMedia like this in CapCut PC. Let's get in. CapCut, go to the right side of the software, then click Modify to change the frame rate to 24 FPS. Now click Performance, select the lowest resolutions to avoid lagging the software. Now name your project, then turn on the layers and save your settings. As you can see, I already named my project as MagnatesMedia. So under Media, drag and drop your Sky video to the timeline. Take your playhead somewhere around 8 seconds and cut out the other pieces. Now let's drag and drop our old city building on the top. Drag the end of the image and make it the same length as the down video. Do the same thing with our character. Drag the end and make it on the same length with the other layers. Now let's disable the building and our character to work on the sky video. I want to rotate the sky because I prepared the look under the video. Now let's click on the right side of the software, under video, then basics. You scroll down to rotations and rotate it to around minus 180 degrees. Good. At the very first here, add a keyframe on scale and leave it 100%. Take your playhead to the end of the clip and make a keyframe on scale, but this time around, make it 77%. Now drag it upward at the top because you want it to be at the top of the buildings. Then enable the city building at the very first and add a keyframe on scale and leave it to 100%. Then take your playhead to the end of the clips and make a keyframe on scale. But this time around, make it 110%. Now make a keyframe on rotation on both ends. It will start at -1 and end at +1. Good. Now let's take our playheads back to the beginning. Let us enable our character. Drag and fix it to the center. As you can see, we use a free hand to drag our character to the center so that when we increase the scale, it won't become a problem. Let's increase the scale of our character to 130%. As you can see, our character has filled up the entire screen. So let's drag it down a little bit and add a keyframe on scale, position, and rotations. On scale, make it somewhere around 130%, and on position, drag it to fit the center. Now on rotations, let's bring it somewhere around -2. Then take your playhead to the end of the clips and make a keyframe on scale, position, and rotations. But this time around, bring the scale down to 100%, and on rotation, make it -3. While in the position, let's drag it a little bit upward so that we make it at the center. Now let me take the playhead to the beginning. Let's play and see what we have. That's good. Click this very icon to disable the two clip at the top. Let's work on the sky video first. Go to the right side of the software, click on adjustment, scroll down to timed and take it down to -17. And here, take it to -15. Saturation -15. Illumination -47. And vignette 32%. So let's scroll down to see if there's a need for more adjustment. You can twist it to your liking. With this color grading, you can twist it the way you like it to make it your own style. But for the sake of this tutorial, let's use the MagnatesMedia to their own. You see, we have a darkened cloud, so let's enable the second clip. Still on adjustment, scroll down to timed and take it down to -6. Hue -4. Saturation 41%. Brightness -29. Contrast 7%. Highlight -8. Illuminations -50. black -6, and vignettes 32%. Nice. Now let's do the same thing with our character. Twist it to blend with the background. So for this color grading, we're trying to have similar background with MagnatesMedia, but one can twist it to its liking to make it your own style. Let's create our text animation. Under media, drag and drop this image on the main timeline. Make sure it's on the main timeline, then drag it a little bit longer. So you can use any software to create similar text like Canva or Photoshop. But for the sake of this tutorial, let's use CapCut. Click on this picture, drag it to fill off the screen. Still on image, go to the right side, under video, click on basic, scroll down to Canva, click this icon, then select color. Select the black color, go back to marks and select rectangle. Now click on this revise icon and drag the black color to fill off the screen. Then come back and right click on the image and create a compound clip. Now we have our black compound clip. Let's freeze it, since what we need is the black image. Good. Delete this one too. Increase the length a little bit. Let's drag it upwards and take it to somewhere around here. By doing this in CapCut, it will be easier for us to input our text into the project. And go back to the left side of the software, then click on text. Drag and drop on the top of our black image. Make it the same length as the image. Then go to the right side and click on default text. Select and delete. Let's write word, our first word. Increase the font size to 20. And for the font, let's use the first font. You can use any one of your choice. Now scroll down to color and change the color to golden. Then scroll down a little bit again and click on glow. Let's just leave it the way it is and save it as image. Go back and click these three icons and select export still frames. Then write the name of the image. Let's name it image 001. Leave the other settings as it is and then save it. So let's click on the text again and change the text to power. That is our second weight. Do the same thing by exporting the still frames and name it image 002. But make sure the import project is on. It will help import the image directly to our media site. Then save it. Still on text, click the text and write influence. Export it again. Good. You can see we have all the three images imported into the project already. Let's delete this one as we don't need it. Your player head to the beginning and go somewhere around 1.6 minutes. Let's use this trick. Click Shift plus forward key to go 10 frames forward. While holding on Shift key, press the key forward 10 times. That will give us what we need. Drag our first text and drop it on the timeline. Go to the right side under video, select basics. Scroll down to blend and select brightens. Now make a keyframe on scale, position, rotation and opacity. On scale, make it around 155%. On position, let's make the X -908 and the Y 99. While on rotation, let's leave it somewhere around -2. Then take the opacity down to 2% to the text and make it the same length as the down clips. Drag our playhead to the very end clips. Then make a keyframe on opacity, drag it up to 100%. Make another keyframe on rotation, position and scales. On scale, make it 110%. Position, let's make the X minus 706, Y minus 84. While on rotation, make it minus 3. Now go back to the first clip and go to 10 frames forward. Drag and drop our second text and make it the same length. Go to the right side under video, select basics and scroll down to blend. Now select brightens. Then make a keyframe on opacity, rotation, position and scales. On scale, make it 155% again. On position, let's make X 908. While we make Y minus 99. On rotation, make it +1, then take the opacity down to 11%. Drag our playhead to the end of the clip again, then make a keyframe on opacity and drag it up to 100%. Next, another keyframe on position and let's make the X minus 706. Then Y minus 84. While on rotation, leave it at 1. Scale, bring it down to 110%. Oh, I forget about that in our first test. Then we need to go back to our first test and make a keyframe on scale. Then take it down to 110%. Then we go ahead with our last test, and this time around I'll be passed with this one. Good. Let's play and see what we have.